Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. I today want to tell you about another readathon that I'm taking part in. I know what you're thinking. You haven't taken part in any readathons in like a year and a bit, but you're doing two right now? Yes, I am. Not only am I doing two in quick succession, they actually overlap. So the next couple of weeks for me in terms of reading are going to be mad. But I'm happy with that. Anyway, let me tell you about the Gribbathon. The Gribbathon is basically a sort of a shortened way of saying the Green Ribbon-a-thon, which is to do with mental health awareness. The Green Ribbon, I think, represents mental health charity, and that I found out about it through I think it's chapter Kate. She's got some cool Roman numeral thing going on, and I was really, really excited because actually mental health and mental health awareness is something that's very close to my heart, something I feel very strongly about, and actually when I read the challenges then I got really, really excited and thought I have to do this. And it was another example of a readathon that they've tried to keep really simple. So it runs from the 7th of October to the 13th of October. So it overlaps with the second week of the Books in the Freezer readathon. But that's fine, that's fine. We'll be alright with that. We'll just do what we can, because in my mind, even though I suck at readathons, I like to get involved, I like the idea behind them, so I won't do it sticking to the time, but I will enjoy myself anyway. It sets only 3 book-related challenges, which again I really like because it's very easy to get overwhelmed, it's very easy to feel pressured, and actually a readathon should be fun. And actually I think by having only 3 books or 3 challenges, that reduces the pressure. When you're talking about mental health, reducing pressure is something that's quite important. The first challenge is to read the October group read. This is a reading group that goes on a lot, and the October group read is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I have heard amazing things about this. So although it's unusual for a readathon to prescribe a book, like you must read this book, I don't think anyone's going to be sad about that. I'm really, really excited to read this. I've read some John Green. I read The Fault in Our Stars and it was like, well, this is okay, but it's very fluffy and YA. But this, I know, deals with mental health and I'm really excited to read it, and I've heard amazing things. Second challenge is to read a book that lost the poll previously. So like with many book groups, book clubs, they have a poll to choose the book for the month, and the second challenge is to read one of the books that hasn't won. I spent a long time looking at the list of books, seeing some of them were really expensive to try and get hold of. And I chose Challenger Deep, and I bought a copy of it on my Kindle, so I don't have a copy here to wave around, but let me tell you a little bit about it. Challenger Deep is by Neil Schusterman, I believe, and it tells us, what does it say? This kid is caught between 2 worlds, one as an artist on a ship heading for the deepest point on Earth, and the other as a brilliant high school student, and his powerful story shares the journey of a teenage boy struggling with schizophrenia. And I just thought this was really interesting. When I read the synopsis, I read a couple of reviews that said it was I'm sure it was this one that said it was the best sort of, what's the word? It was the best representation of paranoia that somebody had ever read. And I thought, yeah, it sounds really intriguing. And I like the idea of being on this deep sea voyage and the claustrophobia. I don't like that because I hate it, but I like the idea of reading about it. Anyway, and then the third challenge is to read a book for fun, which I like. It's really positive mental health. Just read what you want. That's what we're here for. That's what's going to make you happy. And to tie in with the mental health thing, I decided to read Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. This is a book which was actually cheaper to buy on Kindle, but I bought myself a physical copy because I think it's going to be a really important book to me. It's one that I want to be able to just dip in and out of when times are rough, to be able to, yeah, remind myself of. And also I'm going to meet him soon. I'm going to make him sign it. So there are only 3 book challenges. However, there are also 5 self-care challenges. 5 self-care challenges. And I loved this because I think that it makes it not just about reading. This is about mental health awareness and looking after yourself and all those things that are so important. So let me take you through those. So the first one is to read in a bubble bath. I liked it. Reading, self-care, very nice. The second is to read in your pyjamas. That won't be an issue. I do that every day. The third is to listen to a favourite song with your eyes closed. I love music. Music is really powerful to me, and I have a little Spotify playlist for down days. But what I never just sit and listen to it. I lead quite a busy lifestyle. I'm always running around, and I really like the idea of sitting there doing nothing else, just listening to the music. I'm quite intrigued by that. Then number 4, make a list, a full A4 page list of things that you're thankful for. I have decided to do this. I have a notebook that I got, I think last Christmas, and I've never used it, and it's a Hogwarts one. You know what I'm like. Well, you know what people are like in general. The first page of a notebook is a scary, scary business, but I thought this would be a really good place to start. Oh, it's very nice. It looks like it wants to be used as a bullet journal, to be honest, but it's not going to be. This is going to be my mental health, self-care, cheer myself up book. So I'm going to use it to make this list, but then also start to use it for journaling, maybe experimenting with writing some poetry, just some whole mood stuff. And then the final one is to try a new self-care technique. See all the stuff I just talked about with this journal, that's my new self-care technique. So that's my Gribbathon book TBR, that's the word. That's my Gribbathon TBR, and also what I plan to do for the self-care challenges as well. I really wholeheartedly encourage every single person to take part in this. Forget making a video, forget doing a TBR, forget meeting all the challenges. Just do it for yourself. Just do the self-care challenges. I think that I would love to see. Don't worry about documenting it, don't worry about telling the world, but just look after yourself this week. It's a really, really positive message and something that I am very excited to be joining in with. If you are going to take part, then let me know, and if not, well, look after yourself. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.